No, I'm telling you, the guy is talking funny. I'm really worried about him. Just keep an eye on him. That's fine during the day, but at night he's got that cell all to himself. Oh, Lord. What? He had to come down to the loading dock today. He asked me for a length of rope. Rope. 6 feet long. Jesus, Heywood. And you gave it to him. Sure I did. Why wouldn't I? Jesus, Heywood. How was I supposed to know? Remember Brooks Hatlin? No. And he'd never do that. I don't know. Every man has his breaking point. The key split. I want to get home. Just about finished, so. Three deposits tonight. Get my stuff down to the laundry. And shine my shoes. I want them looking like mirrors. Yes, sir. It's good having you back, Andy. The place wasn't the same without you. Andy did like he was told. Buff those shoes to a high mirror shine. I've had some long nights in stir, alone in the dark with nothing but your thoughts. Time can outdraw like a blade. That was the longest night of my life. Get your tail! 2 or 3 cells clear! Man missing on Tier 2, cell 245. Dufresne! Get your ass out of here, boy! They're all up the show! Don't make me come down there or I'll thump your skull for you! Damn it, Dufresne, you're putting me behind. I got a schedule to keep. You better be sick or dead in there, I shit you not. You hear me? Oh my holy God. I want everyone on this cell questioned. Start with that friend of his. Who? Him. Open 237. What do you mean he just wasn't here? Don't say that to me again, Hag. But sir, he wasn't. I can see that, Hag. Think I'm blind? Is that what you're saying? Am I blind? No, sir. What about you? You blind? Tell me what this is. Last night's count. You see Dufresne's name right there? I sure do. See right there. Dufresne. He was in his cell at lights out. reasonable he'd still be here in the morning. Not tomorrow, not after breakfast, no! Yes, sir. Stand. Well? Well, what? I see you two all the time. You're thick as thieves, you are. You must have said something. No, sir. Not a word. Lord! It's a miracle! Man up and vanished like a fart in the wind. Nothing left but some damn rocks on the windowsill. And that cupcake on the wall. Let's ask her. Maybe she knows. What say there, Fussy Britches? Feel like talking? Oh, I guess not. Why should she be any different? This is a conspiracy. That's what this is. One big damn conspiracy! And everyone's in on it, including her. Dufresne escaped from Shawshank prison. All they found was a muddy set of prison clothes, a bar of soap, and a rock hammer, damn near worn down to the nub. I remember thinking it would take a man 600 years to tumble under the wall with it. Old Andy did it in less than 20. Oh, Andy loved geology. I imagine it appealed to his meticulous nature. An ice age here, million years of mountain building. Geology is the study of pressure and time. That's all it takes, really. Pressure and time. That is a big goddamn poster. Like I said, in prison, a man will do most anything to keep his mind occupied. Turns out, Andy's favorite hobby was charting his wall out into the exercise yard. One handful at a time. I guess after Tommy was killed, Andy decided he'd been here long enough. But he's split. I want to get home. Just about finished, so. 3 deposits tonight. Andy did like he was told. Buff those shoes to a high mirror shine. The guards simply didn't notice. Neither did I. I mean, seriously, how often do you look at another man's shoes? Why so?
Andy crawled his way to freedom through 500 yards of shit-smelling foulness I can't even imagine. Or maybe I just don't want to. 500 yards. That's like 5 football fields. Just shy of half a mile. The next morning, right about the time Raquel was spilling her little secret, a man nobody had ever laid eyes on before strolled into the Maine National Bank. Until that moment, he didn't exist, except on paper. May I help you, sir? He had all the proper ID, driver's license, birth certificate, social security card, and the signature was a spot-on match. I must say, I'm sorry to be losing your business. I hope you'll enjoy living abroad. Thank you, sir. I'm sure I will. Here's your cashier's check. Will there be anything else? Please. Would you add this to your outgoing mail? I'll be happy to. Good day, sir. Mr. Stevens visited nearly a dozen banks in the Portland area that morning, All told, he blew town with better than 370,000 of Warden Norton's money. Severance pay for 19 years.
Byron Hadley, you have the right to remain silent. If you give up this right, anything you say can and will be held against you in court.
I wasn't there to see it, but I heard Byron Hadley started sobbing like a little girl when they took him away. Norton, on the other hand, had no intention of going that quietly. Samuel Norton, we have a warrant for your arrest. Open up! Open the door! Make it easy on yourself, Norton. I'd like to think the last thing that went through his head, other than that bullet, was to wonder how the hell did Andy Dufresne ever get the best of him. Not long after the warden deprived us of his company, I got a postcard in the mail. It was blank, but the postmark said Fort Hancock, Texas. Fort Hancock, right on the border. That's where Andy crossed. When I picture him heading down south in his own car with the top down, it always makes me laugh. Andy Dufresne, who crawled through a river of shit and came out clean on the other side. Andy Dufresne, headed for the Pacific. Hadley's got him by his throat, right? He says, I believe this boy's about to have himself an accident. Those of us who knew him best talk about him often. I swear the stuff he pulled. My friends could use a couple of beers, and he got it! Sometimes it makes me sad, though, Andy being gone. I have to remind myself that some birds aren't meant to be caged. Some feathers are just too bright, and when they fly away, the part of you that knows it was a sin to lock them up does rejoice. But still the place you live in is that much more drab and empty that they're gone. I guess I just miss my friend. Please sit down. Ellis Boyd Redding. Your files say you served 40 years of a life sentence. You feel you've been rehabilitated? Rehabilitated? Well, now let me see. I don't have any idea what that means. Well, it means you're ready to rejoin society. I know what you think it means, Sonny. To me, it's just a made-up word. A politician's word. So that young fellas like yourself can wear a suit and tie and have a job. What do you really want to know? Am I sorry for what I did? Well, are you? Not a day goes by I don't feel regret. Not because I'm a hero, because you think I should. I look back on the way I was then. A young, stupid kid who committed that terrible crime. I want to talk to him. I want to try and talk some sense into him. Tell him the way things are. But I can't. That kid's long gone. And this old man is all that's left. I gotta live with that. Rehabilitated? It's just a bullshit word. So you go on and stamp your form, Sonny, and stop wasting my time. 'Cause to tell you the truth, I don't give a shit. There you go, miss. Restroom break? Come here. You don't have to ask me permission every time you need to take a piss. Just go. 40 years I've been asking permission to piss. I can't squeeze a drop without say so. There's a harsh truth to face. No way I'm going to make it on the outside. All I do is think of ways to break my parole, so maybe they'd send me back. Terrible thing to live in fear. Brooks Hatland knew it. Knew it all too well. All I want is to be back where things make sense, where I won't have to be afraid all the time. Only one thing stops me. A promise I made to Andy. Thank you. Dear Red, if you're reading this, you've gotten out. And if you've come this far, maybe you're willing to come a little further. You remember the name of the town, don't you? Zihuatanejo. I could use a good man to help me get my project on wheels. I'll keep an eye out for you. And the chessboard ready. Remember, Red, hope is a good thing. Maybe the best of things. And no good thing ever dies. I will be hoping this letter finds you, and finds you well. Your friend, Andy. Get busy living, or get busy dying. That's goddamn right. For the second time in my life, I'm guilty of committing a crime. Parole violation. Of course, I doubt they'll toss any roadblocks for that. Not for an old crook like me. Fort Hancock, Texas. I find I'm so excited I can barely sit still or hold a thought in my head. I think it's the excitement only a free man can feel. A free man at the start of a long journey, whose conclusion is uncertain. I hope I can make it across the border. I hope to see my friend and shake his hand. I hope the Pacific is blue as it has been in my dreams. I hope.